Hey everybody, welcome to Niagara Wine Videos. I'm Brad and I bring the story behind Niagara's finest wines, and this is the show that you've all been waiting for. This is the best of 2013. Okay, so this year for the best of 2013, I've structured it a bit different. We have a couple categories, new categories. We have most interesting wine, okay? The wine that I thought was really the most awesome find of 2013. So I've also got a runner-up for every category. So we have the most interesting wine, we have the best white wine of the year. We also have the best Pinot Noir 2013 choice. Now, I decided that Pinot Noir is such a special wine. There's really nothing else like it, any other wine varietal on the planet that drinks and performs like Pinot Noir. So I think it needs its own category altogether. There's no way you can compare a Pinot Noir to like a Cabernet, a red blend, a Malbec, a Syrah, Carignan, Mourvèdre, Tannat. I'm just throwing all kind of wine varietals out there that you probably don't know. But you can't compare it to anything, is my point. So it's got its own category. It's going to from now on. And then, of course, we have the best red wine of 2013. So hang in there. Grip your seat, because this is going to be a good show. The best of 2013. Coming right up, my friends. Okay, so the most interesting wine of 2013. Runner-up. So we got a runner-up to every category this year. Make sure I got the right one. No, I don't. Almost spoiled Buchanan there. Runner-up, most interesting wine of 2013 goes to Struan Winery. 2011 Cabernet Franc, but there is a twist to this wine, and it is a huge one. So I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to just put the bottle up close, and I will also give you bottle shots afterwards. It says on there, dry late harvest. What does that mean? Everybody knows that late harvest is harvesting the grapes later on, letting the sugar levels rise as the grape becomes more raisined on the vine late into the season. They usually pick them, make a sweeter wine, kind of in between a dry and an ice wine, a dessert wine, somewhere right in the middle. Still very sweet, luxurious. However, the big twist to this wine is they have fermented this wine completely dry. So the dry is a big twist to the late harvest. I've never seen anybody do it before. So you take the late harvest grapes that have hung late into the season, have all these crazy flavors and sugar profiles and acids concentrated in this raisin, freezing cold grape here in the Niagara region. And then they ferment it, just keep on going, ferment all those sugars and alcohol until they come fermented into a dry wine. And I guess the effect of that is you get these secondary flavors that make it into the wine. So you get really neat smoky tobacco, all kind of leafy notes. You also get really nice, dried like fruit flavors. Dried. If you've ever had those like fruit roll-ups or dried fruit that are hard, you know what I'm talking about. So you get like dried cranberries, raisins, even dried blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, but dried. That makes any sense at all. So you really get these really funky, weird flavors, but without being sweet. It's very structured, it's a dry wine, very serious wine. Like I said, I've never seen anything like it. It's probably an experimental wine for Struan. Struan is known for their Terroir series wines. Personally, I like Struan for their Chardonnays. I just find them really consistent, really buttery and suave, and they're just very smooth. So, this was kind of a neat find for me. I was going to Struan to, drink the Chardonnay. Found this dry late harvest Cabernet Franc. Never seen anything like it. I don't think I've seen anyone else do it all over the world, not just Niagara Region, Canada. So, runner-up, Struan, 2011 Cabernet Franc Dry Late Harvest. Really interesting find. I think it retails for about $40. So that is your runner-up for the most interesting wine of 2013. And we move along to our very most interesting wine of 2013. You know, that was a really good find, but I don't think anything comes close to this on the planet. This is the best find. Most interesting wine. It goes to Coffin Ridge Winery. It's called a Marquette, or Marquette. Marquette, I think it's pronounced. You can see the label, very cool. Look at that. It's got like a coffin with some weird tree, like out of a horror movie. And you know, the interesting thing about this wine is it's made out of 100% hybrid varietal grape. What that means is it's a grapevine that is made by mutating or blending a European rootstock with a North American rootstock. The reason why they did this is to try and make European rootstocks less susceptible or resistant to phylloxera vine louse that it was decimating European vines at the turn of the century. So that's what they did. That practice quickly fell out of fashion to grafting European rootstock in North American rootstock, so you could still have, you know, a Cabernet Sauvignon, a Cab Franc, Pinot Noir, all the European varietals. This method created a whole new grape altogether, a whole new beast, and the flavors were all really whack, really different than what palates were used to. So as soon as they could protect the European grapevine and produce, you know, regular Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, whatever, these hybrid varietals fell like off the planet, banned in most European countries. You'll only find them in North America. They're really hardy, winter hardy. They do well in cold weather. They can sustain freezing Canadian temperatures. So that is why they're popular, and you can still find them in places like you know, Pennsylvania, New York State, I guess. You can find them in all over Canada. And this winery here is all the way up in Owen Sound, you know, right by Collingwood, Blue Mountain area, freezing cold temperatures in the winter, but, you know, hot and sunny in the summer, but a very short growing, ripening season. However, they're meant for North America. This is native North American rootstock vines, native to our cold environment, so they do well. Long story short, this wine, it's not that one sound where this is from, not even a recognized appellation yet. Really cool winery. When you buy a couple bottles of wine, instead of coming in a wine box, it comes in a coffin. So very cool. Story behind this wine: the owners bought a house in Owen Sound. They produced wine for themselves, thought it was good, bought more land, plowed it, had their friends and family help them, started making commercial wine, and now they've started winning some awards. Marquette is actually some wacko North American rootstock that is the DNA is spliced with Pinot Noir. So this wine's very smooth. It's got that Pinot Noir-esque smoothness to it, really neat body, but it's also got some funky, you know, Cabernet Franc leafy tobacco flavors and some Baco Noir characteristics to it that are, you know, that smokiness, edginess, rustic qualities with that smooth Pinot Noir profile. So really interesting, flavorful. I was amazed how much flavor this wine had. The nose is incredible. It's definitely the coolest find of 2013. It's a Coffin Ridge Marquette. I don't think you'll ever find anything as interesting as this. I know I hadn't. So very cool wine. That is your most interesting wine of 2013. Again, if you can't read the label, no worries. Lots of pictures to follow. Okay, moving right along. We go to the top wine of 2013, the top white wine of 2013. Runner up, and it is a close runner up. I mean, Chardonnay is a category in the Niagara region, and you know, Ontario really, so that extends out to Prince Edward County, which is making some incredible white wines, especially Chardonnay. This category in Ontario, I guess, let's just say Niagara, Prince Edward County, is such an amazing category because there's so many nice Chardonnays being produced. I mean, we're talking world-class Chardonnay. It definitely competes with the best in the world now. And there's got to be a variable other than just, you know, amazing quality Chardonnay, because there's so many amazing qualities. So that variable, cha-ching, is price. And it's a big one. So price is important to everybody, just like the best wines in the world are. You know, flavor profiles, quality, all that. So you got to throw that variable in there for this category, obviously. Or else, you know, you just line them up. There's, you know, 10, 20 amazing Chardonnays, you know, for the year. So to narrow it down, pick the best Chardonnay of the year. I've got two for you. So runner up, and it's very close because I really adored this Chardonnay, is the 2011 Clauson Chase. Clauson Chase is a winery out of Prince Edward County that has vineyard holdings in Prince Edward County and in Niagara region. And a lot of the times their wines are made with 100% Niagara grapes. Sometimes it's a mix of Niagara and Prince Edward County fruit, and sometimes it's just Prince Edward County. I think this one is a mix. I wasn't able to find that out definitively, but I think it's a mix. A little Niagara fruit, little Prince Edward County fruit. Who cares where the fruit comes from? It comes from Ontario. This wine, actually all the wines at Clauson Chase are super delectable, lush, full body, flavor profile, mix of everything. You're talking tropical fruits, you're talking cool climate, where you get those orchard fruits, pear, apple. You also get like honeysuckle, so a little bit of that rich, you know, cool climate, almost, you know, Loire Valley or Alsatian characteristics. But it's the butter factor, you know, the 100% malolactic fermentation butter that I love. I love that Lindsay mineral butter taste, and you really get that out of this Clauson Chase Chardonnay. What a great wine. That is your runner-up for the best wine, white wine of 2013. Okay, so moving right along, we have your number one wine of 2013, number one white wine of 2013 goes to one of my favorites. And again, price is a factor with Chardonnay because there's so many good Chardonnays being produced in Ontario. So number one, you know, Chardonnay white wine of the year goes to Pondview Bellaterra Series 2011 Chardonnay from the 4 Mile Creek sub-appellation in the Niagara region. Wow, what a beautiful wine. Won some awards in Burgundy, France. And let me tell you, this wine, you know, it's just got something that everyone's going to like in it. But overall, it's the smoothness and the butteriness and the suaveness. This is the way wine should be. Super elegant stuff here. Pondview, not really a winery I would associate with, you know, world-class Chardonnay. I tend to look at Pondview for more of their big, structured red wines, and they're nailing it with their Chardonnay. So, you know, you can't really look at, you know, producers that just produce Pinot Noir and Chardonnay or know what they're doing with Chardonnay. Producers that are producing world-class red wines, big structured red wines like Cabs, Merlots, Bordeaux blends, they're still pumping out beautiful Chardonnays. That's really what Pondview has shown with this 2011 Bellaterra Chardonnay. You can watch the release party videos that I did. If you haven't tasted this and you like Chardonnay, It's $25. So there's where the hook comes in. Where this Clausen Chase is 30, and most other ones from like Batchelder, Norman Hardy, Taz. The prices really start to get high. Even Flat Rock, beautiful, Chardonnay. So the price starts going way up. So $25, premium world-class Chardonnay. You really can't beat it. Pondview. I love this wine. Go out and try it. That's your number one wine, white wine of 2013, and it is a beauty. All right, so we're moving right along here, and we are going, my friends, to the top Pinot Noir of 2013. Pinot Noir, one of my favorite wines. Might be actually my favorite wine, but there's so many nice wines on the planet. I can never just say I have a favorite, because that's always changing. When you like wine, things are always changing. So Pinot Noir, beautiful wine. If you like Pinot Noir, you know what I'm talking about. Don't have to explain it to you. A completely different animal of wine than any other wine varietal on the planet. Grape varietal, sorry, not wine varietal. So really deserves its own category because it's very special. The runner-up for the best wine of 2013, and it's very close because this producer produces some pretty nice stuff. Boom. Could have really picked any wine from this cat, Norman Hardy, but this one here, all the grapes for this wine come from Niagara. So he's located in Prince Edward County, but Niagara Peninsula grapes. So there's another hook for you. Pinot Noir Unfiltered, Norman Hardy. Look at that cool label, like Snoopy. It's a 2010, so hotter year in Niagara. 2010 was a scorchingly hot year, dry, optimal conditions for bigger grape varietals. Usually Pinot Noir favors a cooler growing season, but whatever Norman Hardy does, he does with style, grace, elegance, and pose. And that's exactly what this wine has. It's packed with flavor, don't get me wrong, but it's got lots of pose to it, which I really like in Pinot Noir. I like elegant Pinot Noir. When it starts to get tough, tannic, full bodied, that's not what Pinot Noir is about. Pinot Noir is about walking into a room, being the coolest guy, and not really standing out, right? So that's Pinot Noir. And Norman Hardy does a really good job of that. I really like this Pinot Noir. Take it back, I really love this Pinot Noir. Great job, Norman Hardy. That's the runner-up for the best Pinot Noir of 2013 by moi of Niagara Wine Videos. And here is your top Pinot Noir of 2013. If you like Pinot Noir, you gotta have this one. If you haven't already. If you have, you know what I'm talking about. Again, price $40 a bottle, so it's nothing like 70, 80, 100 like in California. And this would compete very closely with the top of California. Bam! You've seen me drink it before on the show. It is a 2009 Pinot Noir Reserve from Rosewood Winery. Now Rosewood is doing their reserve wines by using natural fermentation. All that means is they're making wine like they used to in the old days. They're taking grapes and they're fermenting them. The yeast on the grape skins present in the vineyard is fermenting the wine. This process takes a lot longer. It could take up to a year or even longer to ferment. 4 months is usually enough with cultured yeast, ferment everything. So natural ferment takes a lot longer. I always think for delicate wines, Chardonnay, Pinot Noir produces a way better wine and really silky smooth, gives it more weight, body, more depth and breadth to the palate, all that kind of jazzy talk, right? But it really produces something special. It's a small lot wine, all hand done, French oak, and it's not new French oak. New French oak does good, or new French or American oak does good as well with bigger varietals, Cabernet, Cab Franc, Merlot, Syrah even, but I find that using a mix of used French oak, second use, third use, with Pinot Noir is better because you're not getting that big waft of oak. You're just softening the wine, preserving the delicacy of it and the fruit. That's exactly what you get in this wine. So kudos and great job to Rosewood. It's really, really cool that they're following this natural fermentation method, and they're doing that with all the reserve wines. Listen, Rosewood, incredible. They're just their entry-level juice, so Pinot Noir, and their entry-level Merlot, amazing stuff. If you go for the reserve, even better, natural ferment, right? Takes longer, a little pricier, but you're really getting luxurious, lush. Lush is the word for this natural ferment, reserve wines that Rosewood's creating. Really nice stuff. Their Chardonnay blew me away. Maybe not as creamy and soft as what I like, but really, really delicious Chardonnay. They're also producing some funky Bordeaux blends, bigger style wines. They produce mead wine. The owners of Rosewood are traditionally beekeepers, so that's what they did for a living. Beautiful honey is produced at Rosewood. I love the honey there. So now they've made the switch to wine. I don't know how they did it, but they did it. They nailed it. Rosewood is actually my favorite winery of 2013. So if you haven't been to Rosewood, go there, because it's my top winery of 2013. They have really impressed the heck out of me. I love all their wines, especially this 2009 Pinot Noir Reserve Natural Fermentation. So definitely check out Rosewood. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Okay, and moving right along to the top wine of 2013. This wine, by far, impressed me the most out of any wine I tasted. I tasted this wine at Cuvée 2013, and it blew my socks right off. This wine, very special. You know what? If you don't believe me, just go online to Cellar Tracker or any other, American international wine site, and people have tried it and they've scored it from 91 to 96 points. It's really that good. From our small little region here in Niagara Peninsula in Ontario, making world-class wine. One particular man is, anyway. And his name is Derek Barnett. And the winery, my friends, is Lely Vineyards. Simple labels go on all their wines. This is a really funky kind of, claret type looking stubby bottle. Cool. But Derek Barnett, whoa, what a cool dude this guy is. He's actually a very serious looking man. He reminds me actually a little bit of Sean Connery. He's got a very distinguished beard, very distinguished gentleman, very smart. He's a no bullshit type of guy. He's a little bit cocky, a little bit sarcastic, a little bit funny, and real serious. This guy is creating some of the best wines in the Niagara Peninsula. He's from England, so that's where that distinguished seriousness comes from. But he used to be in the agricultural sector, working in Toronto, and then tried his hand at winemaking. Never looked back. The guy is amazing. You really got to go meet Derek Barnett. He's like a celebrity. He is a celebrity of winemaking in the Niagara Peninsula. If you ever get the pleasure of meeting Derek Barnett, it is quite an honor, because he makes such great, no bullshit, serious type of wines. Just some of the best stuff that you will taste in your lifetime. So this is a 2010. It's called Impromptu. It's unfiltered. It comes from the Niagara River sub-appellation of the Niagara Peninsula. And it's a blend of 75% Syrah, 13% Malbec, and 12% Petit Verdot. So all those varietals are favorites of mine. This wine, wow, it's got such structure and such backbone, but you get those secondary flavors, right? Which really makes a wine enjoyable. So you get all kinds of flavors. Blackberry, blueberry, leather, tobacco, cassis, leafy notes, smoky notes. It's all over the place. You get that meatiness of the Syrah, that gaminess comes through, and everything is just kept in balance and in structure. So that is the key to world-class wine: balance and structure, secondary flavor profiles to really give it oomph. This wine here, probably going to age for another decade easily and bring even more flavor, more drinking pleasure. But I can't really wait. So I think probably this year, on a special occasion, I'm going to crack this wine. It is amazing. I love it to death. You really got to try it. It's sold out at the winery, but you can get it at the LCBO, I believe. You've got to try the 2010 Impromptu from Lely, because it is something special. That is your number one wine of 2013, picked by moi from Niagara Wine Videos. Cheers, guys. We'll see you soon. I hope you enjoy the show.
I should know when I cross the line.